The notion that mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue. To understand this concept, it is essential to examine the historical and contemporary relationships between science, media, and religion. The scientific community has long been at odds with certain Christian denominations, particularly those that adhere to a literal interpretation of the Bible. This conflict has led to a perceived divide between science and Christianity, with many Christians feeling that scientific theories, such as evolution, contradict their faith. The media, in its pursuit of ratings and clicks, often sensationalizes and amplifies this conflict. By pitting science against Christianity, the media creates a narrative that sells, but also perpetuates misunderstandings and mistrust between the two groups. Scientists, in an effort to promote their research and theories, may inadvertently contribute to this narrative by failing to acknowledge the nuances and complexities of the issue. This can lead to a simplistic, black-and-white portrayal of the science vs. Christianity debate, which further polarizes the two groups. However, it is crucial to recognize that the majority of scientists are not intentionally trying to deceive or mislead Christians. Science is a method of inquiry that seeks to understand the natural world through observation, experimentation, and evidence-based reasoning. The scientific community is composed of individuals from diverse backgrounds, including Christians, who are committed to uncovering the truth about the world around us. The media, on the other hand, has a responsibility to accurately report scientific findings and provide context to the public. The problem arises when the media prioritizes sensationalism over accuracy, and when scientists fail to communicate their research in a way that is accessible and respectful to non-experts. This can lead to the dissemination of misinformation and the perpetuation of stereotypes about Christians and scientists. For instance, the media may exaggerate or distort scientific findings to make them appear more contradictory to Christian teachings than they actually are. Conversely, some Christians may misinterpret or misunderstand scientific theories, leading to a further entrenchment of the perceived divide between science and faith. It is also important to acknowledge that there are many Christians who accept and embrace scientific theories, such as evolution, and see no inherent conflict between their faith and the natural world. These individuals recognize that science and Christianity are two distinct ways of understanding the world, each with its own methods and limitations. By promoting a more nuanced and inclusive dialogue between science and Christianity, the media can help to break down the perceived barriers between the two groups. Ultimately, the notion that the mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians is an oversimplification of a complex issue. While there may be instances of misinformation and sensationalism, it is not a deliberate conspiracy to deceive or manipulate Christians. Whether it is a result of the media's pursuit of ratings, the scientific community's failure to communicate effectively, and the historical and cultural tensions between science and Christianity. By promoting a more informed and respectful dialogue between science and faith, we can work towards a greater understanding and appreciation of the complex relationships between these two important aspects of human knowledge and experience. The relationship between science, media, and Christianity is dynamic and multifaceted, and it is essential to approach this issue with nuance and sensitivity. By recognizing the complexities and challenges involved, we can work towards a more informed and respectful public discourse, one that acknowledges the value and importance of both scientific inquiry and religious faith. In doing so, we can promote a more inclusive and compassionate understanding of the world, one that celebrates the diversity of human experience and the many ways in which we seek to understand and make sense of the world around us.